What up guys, Miguel here of Tech, and it seems like the search for the best bang for your buck smartphone for 2019 is not yet over. You've probably seen our Redmi Note 8 Pro versus Realme 5 Pro comparison review already, so now it's time to put the spotlight on their toned down versions, the Redmi Note 8 and Realme 5. Now, with their entry-level prices, these two aren't far from each other. Besides their dewdrop notches, they both sport quadruple rear cameras, Android 9 Pie, and of course the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 chipset. Let's see which is which for what type of user, so keep watching. Starting off with design, the Redmi Note 8 has a glass back that comes protected with Gorilla Glass 5. The unit we have is in the Moonlight white color, and it's got these subtle gradient hues which sometimes look white, while other times it's a mixed shade of light blue, green, and lavender. On the other hand, the Realme 5 takes a different aesthetic. Constructed mostly with a polycarbonate material, we get this diamond-like design with curved sides. It's a unique style that comes in either crystal purple or crystal blue. Other things you'll find on their backs are their quadruple rear cameras, LED flashes, and fingerprint scanners. Meanwhile, on their notches, you'll find the respective front cameras, front speaker, and an LED indicator for the Redmi Note 8. On their right sides are their power buttons plus the Redmi Note 8's volume rocker, while on their lefts are their dual SIM slots with dedicated microSD card slots for up to 512 gigs on the Note 8 and 256 gigs on the Realme 5. You'll also find the Realme 5's volume rocker here as well. Their buttons are tactile and clicky, and honestly, we find the Redmi Note 8 easier to reach thanks to its smaller size. It's also worth mentioning that the Note 8 sports a metallic frame while the Realme 5 uses polycarbonate just like its back. There's nothing on the top part of the Realme 5, while for the Redmi Note 8 you'll find a mic and an IR blaster. At the bottom you'll find both devices' single downward firing speakers, noise cancelling mics, headphone jacks, and a USB Type-C port for the Note 8, and sadly a micro USB slot for the Realme 5. Now, like usual, we all have our preferences when it comes to design, so it's really up to what your taste favors more. Both devices truly have eye-catching backs, wherein the Redmi Note 8 falls for a more elegant look with its build and hues, while the Realme 5 takes on a fun and edgy style with its crystal-like patterns. Focusing on display now, the Note 8 has a 6.3-inch screen while the Realme 5 has a bigger 6.5-inch display. They're both IPS panels, however the Realme 5 only has a resolution of 1600 by 720, so expect brighter and more vivid colors from the Redmi Note 8's 1080p display. Both do have slim bezels and slightly thicker chins, but the Note 8 also has Gorilla Glass 5 protection, while the Realme 5 gets Gorilla Glass 3 Plus. They both have good viewing angles and you won't have any problems with their outdoor visibility, but for overall display quality, I think you guys will agree that it's the Redmi Note 8 on this one. Quickly for audio, their single downward firing speakers can get loud enough for a small room. However, we don't really recommend setting them at maximum volumes as it can get tinny. By a small gap, the Note 8 sounds a little better than the Realme 5, although we still advise taking advantage of their headphone jacks for a better audio experience. Now, powering these two smartphones is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 chipset paired with an Adreno 610 GPU. You can get these two with either 3 or 4 gigs of RAM, plus 32, 64, or 128 gigs of internal storage options. Both our units have 4 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage for the Realme 5 and 64 for the Note 8. Their performances aren't far from each other. When it comes to moderate tasks such as social media browsing, navigating around, messaging, video streaming, and the like, both can really handle such activities smoothly. However, just make sure you don't have too many apps running in the background to keep their performances optimized. With these two devices, some occasional stutters can occur, most especially when playing heavy games. We were able to play games like PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9, and Mobile Legends, and from time to time we experience a few lags and frame drops. For those of you interested in benchmark scores, having them flash on screen now. As you can see, it's almost balanced in terms of scores. The Note 8 got a higher score for Antutu, but that's keeping in mind that Antutu version 8 was used. The Realme 5 on the other hand got a higher rate for PC Mark and 3D Mark. Setting the numbers aside for real-world usage, you can expect almost the same level of performance with the Realme 5 having a bit more of an advantage over the Redmi Note 8. In terms of software, both run Android 9 Pie skinned with their own operating systems. That's MIUI 10 for the Note 8 and ColorOS 6 for the Realme 5. They're far from a stock Android experience, so expect a lot of bloatware and accessibility features and quick gestures which you might find useful in the long run. The Realme 5 has an option to use an app drawer while the Note 8 doesn't. Thankfully, both now have native dark modes on board and we love them. As far as skins go, personally I prefer MIUI more as it looks cleaner and simpler. But then again, it will still boil down to your own personal preferences. For biometrics and security, you can unlock both phones via face unlock on their rear-mounted fingerprint scanners. I found the Note 8 scanner harder to reach because it's smaller, but nonetheless, both are reliable and fast. Of course, the respective face unlock responds slower in comparison, especially under low lighting conditions. Moving on to battery, the Note 8 packs a 4000 mAh cell with 18-watt fast charging, while the Realme 5 packs a whopping 5000 mAh cell but without any support for fast charging at all. In our standard video loop test, the Redmi Note 8 got a total of 13 hours and 42 minutes. For the Realme 5, we got a total of 22 hours and 13 minutes. That's a big gap, and so I guess this will depend on what you prefer more. Will you go for a casual 4000 mAh battery with fast charging capabilities, or a massive 5000 mAh capacity but with the normal charging speed via micro USB? If you'd ask me though, I'd go for the Note 8 on this one, as fast charging is more important to me. Alright, let's talk about the cameras. As I've mentioned earlier, both devices boast quadruple camera setups at the back. For the Redmi Note 8, that's a 48 megapixel main, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. Meanwhile, the Realme 5 is composed of a 12 megapixel main, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor as well. In their notches are the same spec 13 megapixel sensors for your selfies. Checking out some samples now, let's start with these normal shots taken from their rear cameras. We get a noticeably brighter and clearer shot for the Realme 5, however, it can look overexposed if you'll focus more on the Windows side. As for the Note 8, colors do look more boosted and we get a wider range here. When we switched to their ultra-wide modes, both were consistent with their color reproduction. It's nice that they didn't produce some fisheye looking effect. Also notice that we have almost about the same field of view on both devices, wherein you do get more details on the Realme 5. In these shots where AJ is sightseeing, we get a more contrasted shot from the Realme 5 with good dynamic range and shadows. The Redmi Note 8 is not bad too, we get more natural colors with softer tones. Although in these cases, their colors are far from each other, the Realme 5 falls on warmer tones while the Note 8 on cooler ones. Nonetheless, details look sharp. They're obviously not perfect, but like I said, there's potential. For night shots, here's what they look like without their night modes turned on. In this case, the Redmi Note 8 did a better job at capturing more light without making the photo look too grainy. The Realme 5, on the other hand, looks a little washed and pale. When you turn on their night modes now, we get a brighter environment from the Note 8, which honestly resulted to making it grainy. The Realme 5 did a better job here, even if it now looks closer to the no night mode of the Note 8. When it comes to portrait, here's a photo of Ira taken from their rear cameras. Immediately, I'm already liking the Realme 5 here. Colors look vibrant and its subject background separation is on point. As for the Note 8, it tends to preserve more natural colors, especially on the skin. This is good if you prefer to edit your photos every now and then. For portrait selfies, here are photos of Louis. Both did a great job in creating those bokeh effects, but I really can't help but notice their different color schemes. There seems to really be a boost in saturation for the Realme 5, but I like that it applied it in a suitable way to make the photos look more pleasing. You also get sharper details from the Realme 5. As for normal selfies, you can expect good quality from both, especially under good lighting conditions. Then again, expect more contrast and details from the Realme 5, while you'll get a softer and more natural looking shot from the Note 8. Okay, so on paper, the Redmi Note 8 really has an edge, especially with a 48 megapixel lens, but upon further use and observation, I think it's clear that the Realme 5 takes the cake for cameras. Now that we laid all those out, let's talk about their prices. The Redmi Note 8 costs 7,990 pesos for the 3 plus 32GB variant, 8,990 pesos for the 4 plus 64 variant, and 9,990 pesos for the 4 plus 128GB variant. Closely, the Realme 5 is priced at 6,990 for the 3 plus 32, 7,990 for the 3 plus 64, and 9,990 for the 4 plus 128. But in this comparison, the winner is going to be the Realme 5, as we do think you get more for what you pay on this device. From the huge battery, slightly bigger screen, and great cameras, it's definitely worth your money. The main drawbacks for this device has to be the micro USB port and the HD resolution display. If those are a problem for you, then we highly recommend that you get the Redmi Note 8 instead. So, what do you guys think? Redmi Note 8 or Realme 5? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that bell icon so you get notified of future uploads. Be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Miguel, and I'll see you in the next one.